Morning, everybody. Welcome to Lock Pod, Indiana's most dangerous podcast. I want to warn everybody. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Absolutely. I saw Grandma Lynn Kelly in the
Grandma
mix
Kelly's
here.
watching.
I haven't seen Lynn on in a while, so
What?
I'm glad.
No,
well, maybe
she
she has been. I think she always watches. I just noticed today.
I think she's one of the people that's
in the
seen
watch.
every show.
Yeah.
Councilman Tom Schmidt last night informed me he's every episode Lock Pod watcher.
Love that.
We got to reciprocate.
It's not just Mayor Joe down in Indy.
No, we got to reciprocate. Tom's he was uncontested for his last race also.
Congrats.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys. Hi,
Thank
Jill.
you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to Grandma Lynn out in New
I don't see a
York
lot of
City.
green in the studio besides Kevin and me.
Yeah,
My eyes are
we're
green.
festive.
Your eyes are green?
Yeah.
Really?
I want to thank Jill for letting me use the Hammond Central hat.
John's got a bluish green Yeti, and you think that qualifies?
I think
Dude,
that
it's
counts.
just basic respect for the Irish, you know.
Mad respect.
It's
Were
not
you wearing
respect.
red
I don't know
on
what that
Cashmere
is, though.
Pulaski Day or anything
I wear,
like that?
yeah, it's
St.
my
Joseph's
birthday.
Day.
Thank
St.
you.
Joseph's Day.
Thank you. I was born on that day. That's
Wow.
how much I care about
St.
Casimir
Cyril and
Pulaski.
Methodius
March
Day.
4th, thank you. General Pulaski and I have that in common.
Better wear red
Don't
on
be
that
going
day.
there with me, Jill, with Casimir Pulaski. I was totally ready for that one.
You
See
were,
that?
man. It was like
Damn right. So anyway, yeah, speaking of Grandma Kelly, so I get a little nugget from Marissa the other day.
Oh,
Speaking
all
of
right.
Grandma Kelly.
all right.
So Marissa's like, yeah, you know, Grandma Lynn's watched every show. I'm like, I know. We see her. It's awesome. We appreciate her. And then she's like, yeah, she has her favorite on there. And I'm like, me?
Of course.
And she's like, well, whatever. You're related. And I'm like, well, Lindsay. And she's like, same thing.
Oh, this
Oh
brings
my
it
God,
down to
it's
me
me.
or John.
It's me.
I'm going to feel pretty
Dude.
shitty if it's John.
Well,
Why?
you have Jill.
Because I'm going to be like, thanks, Lynn.
Not even in the running back here.
Yeah.
100%.
It's John.
Damn,
What?
John.
Yeah.
All right, Lynn.
I
Sorry,
know.
I'm sorry I announced
It's
that
all
she
right,
was-
Grandma Lynn.
I don't, you know, if you sign off right now, Lynn, hey, it's on
Yeah.
you.
Holy.
John Vez.
Thank
John
you.
Vez.
I have
do.
a growing fan base.
It's small, but it's small, but they're very
Small but
dedicated.
growing.
Yeah.
They're very dedicated to the
They're
Vez.
into the JV.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Did
flattered.
you know that? I
No.
know, man. You see, you're all like over there producing and spouting your right wing rhetoric, and it catches,
It's resonating.
It catches with some
It's
people.
resonating with some folks.
Tom's relative. That's great.
Yeah. She's my mom-in-law.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, I mentioned this, but I want to thank Jill for letting me wear the
Yeah.
Hammond Central hat. They're in semi-state this weekend in Michigan City, so
Jill got me a
go
shirt,
Wolves.
too.
Can't hope enough that they make it to state. It's
Dude,
exciting.
I've had the worst luck with the Wolves run. I'm paying attention. I'm monitoring every game, but I can't go to any of them.
You've been out.
I'm
You've been
out this
Yeah,
weekend, too.
I
I'm
know.
totally screwed, but I will be available for the state.
They're going to be there.
Guys.
Let's do it, Wolves.
Let's go.
It's
In.
exciting.
What's that?
Very exciting.
In.
And
You're in,
yeah, I'll
John's
go
in.
for sure. We
Totally.
have to go.
Yep.
You can't miss a state championship. Let's just get
Agree.
there first, though.
Agree.
Good luck.
So, by the way, happy birthday to my son Chase.
Man, I saw him last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, born on St. Patrick's Day.
You came like very full St. Patrick's Day today.
Yeah, man.
Look at
I'm Irish.
Yeah, you're showing it today, man.
What?
I'm
You're Irish?
70%.
The
Actually,
DNA proved it.
69%. It would send 4 into
That'll
a
make
tizzy
4
if I
go.
said- My favorite temperature.
That was great.
Speaking
By the
of
way,
4
that was great.
you could tell 4 misses America because every time we go on the air, he calls us. Like I was listening to our last show, and it's funny when he called in. Nobody in the audience could hear it, but we could.
Mm-hmm.
And he started ringing our ears, and we all started laughing at each other. And I don't think the audience realized what was going on, but we were like, "This guy's calling us from Vietnam."
I
He's-
think we were like, "What the hell?" or whatever.
it,
Something like
it was so
somebody said
funny.
that.
Well, like he did mention because 4-8's sort of like Kramer and Seinfeld, right?
for sure.
He just like drops by. Hey guys, what's up? Right, right. And he does
Without
that
a
when he's
doubt.
in Vietnam too. It's like we're used to it in the studio because we're in his neighborhood, right? But he's in Vietnam. You think we're safe, but no. 4-8 calls
zone.
in, bling, like, hey guys, what's up? It's like, he is
He's
our
in the
Seinfeld.
chat.
He is.
He Yeah. is.
Yes,
yeah.
he is. He said he's scooting. He's on his way.
He's
Right on his
scooting.
way back.
Lynn's also in chat.
Lynn's
Oh,
also. Hi,
yeah.
Grandma.
Oh, thank
Whatever.
you, Lynn.
Did you? Whatever. Yeah.
So, Pete, who's watches often, said, I don't own anything that's green, so I went to Michigan.
Nice. Thank you,
Well,
Pete.
You can do that.
Michigan appreciates you. I think we
Very
sell
cool.
we sell Michigan dispensaries more than Illinois now, and we used to have an Illinois dispensary that
Wait,
was.
say that again.
We talk about Michigan dispensaries more than we talk about Illinois now. We're literally.
I think a lot of Indiana consumers do.
It
It's
is
cheaper.
It'll
and
literally save you $100, and quite frankly, it's better.
Wow.
It's
Really?
definitely better. It's no doubt better. By the way, we only have 2 episodes left of Lock Pod for this season.
Oh, no.
I'm running out of material. Are you serious? I'm literally
I'm
like
ready.
I'm scrambling every show. It's like, what are we going to talk about,
Ready
right?
for a spring break.
We do need a spring break, but the good news is the reason I mentioned this. So we're going to give you 24 episodes of season 8, which is, let's admit, that's a solid season.
No joke.
It's more than you're getting on Netflix,
For sure. You get like 8 episodes.
right?
I was
now.
going to say 8. That's
right?
exactly the number.
24. I don't want anybody giving a shit about
No.
our seasons.
John, why does 8 ring true for Netflix? It's like for some reason there are 8 episodes.
That's what I'm
know.
saying.
It's got to be
get
scientific.
right, but every season, Jill, we're doing like 20, 22, 24 episodes, and people are giving us shit. Oh, you're in season 8. I'm like, yeah, we are in season 8.
Yeah, so what if season 1 was 2 years ago?
Yeah,
or,
right.
or so.
So anyway, the reason I'm telling you our schedule is because next week we're going off the air for a month, which is nice. We all
Spring
need
break.
it. And then when we get back, our first episode of season 9 is on 420 Day.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom. Live from Michigan.
All right, be ready.
Oh, wow. You just
What?
dropped it.
Oh, there goes that.
You just
teaser.
dropped it.
Jill's
right
like,
now.
what? We're going to Michigan? Yes, Jill, we're going to
It's a
Michigan.
sleepover, Jill. Be ready. Bring your
It's a
sleeping
sleep.
bag.
Yeah.
Oh, no skiing though, right?
No skiing.
No skiing.
It's live over the border.
Lockpod slumber party.
Season 9 will be 420. Will be the premiere episode.
I'm gonna
And
braid
by the
your
way,
hair, Kevin.
420 live from Lockpod. Season 9 premiere live from Michigan on 420
Live
Day.
from Lockpod.
Sorry, I didn't. It was yours. I was
Good.
waiting
I
for
know.
you to take
I
the
loved
lead.
it. I loved you bringing it in.
Okay, but
Do it again, John.
Do it again?
Yeah,
Right.
Tom's ready now.
Okay.
no,
here
you
we
got to do it.
No, you.
Lockpod makes major announcement on show today. They're doing season 9 premiere on a Thursday live from Michigan. Was that
love
good?
it.
Was
Sure.
that good? All right.
Say
It's on
Thursday?
420 Day. It's a Thursday, but we're doing it because it's 420 Day, so I'm going to leave it to
Tom
the
can't
imagination.
miss that day.
I'm going to leave it to the imagination. I'll be wearing green that day also.
He's gonna be in the same outfit.
Oh, my God.
That is a good
have to
idea.
be.
And then I just throw a pin on the marijuana leaf, right? Okay, we will be live from Michigan. John Cantrell's residence, actually, which is
No, not his residence because he
His
resides.
parents'
He
residence?
votes from his residence.
his parents' residence.
His
His
parents-
is like vacation home.
There you go.
Right. We're going to do it
Vacation.
from there, and we're going to be different. We're going to be talking to dispensary owners in Michigan, actually.
Yeah, we've got some really good guests lined up for that show, and we'll get to that obviously as we get closer.
And
but-
we're going to miss you for a month, but we need
Yeah.
a break.
yeah, we're ready.
We're giving you 3 times what Netflix gives you.
We got some really good photos from last night. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, Tom had this great event last night. He has it every year at the Hammond Civic Center.
Except for last year.
Except for that's right. We had a halfway in September.
And
halfway
don't
to
forget-
St. Patrick's Day in September.
So last year was 22, and then the year before that we had it, and then the year before that,
COVID.
dude, I'll never forget it. That's why I'll never forget this night. You remember that, Joe?
We had it, and then everything shut down, right?
Yeah.
That was the
Yes.
night America shut down. It was on the 20, and so we're sitting there with like $20,000 worth of corned beef and cabbage at our event, and nobody showed up.
Well,
man.
we had.
was
Remember
like-
that was like the limit. That was the day that Governor
Yeah.
Holcomb set the limit at 200.
and we were literally debating during that day: are we going to
Yep.
have the event? Are we going to
Yep.
cancel it? And then like basically everybody decided for us.
Yes,
And I had $20,000 worth of corned
Didn't we
beef.
get a bunch of to-go containers?
we did. We did.
Because we
It was
didn't
like
know
a
we were like
drive-through.
drowning in corned beef.
Yes.
It's like, what the hell are we going to do with all
We
this?
did. A lot of people
Still
took it to
come.
go. We
Yeah.
had several hundred people show up, but they couldn't have more than 200.
Yeah,
So-
you bought
so
a $100 ticket and you ended up walking home with $400 worth of corned beef.
Yes, it's a good deal.
It was a good deal.
Here's some pictures though. John put them up from last night. Those are great. There's Tom on the
Oh, I
stage.
thought you meant pictures from that year.
No.
All
No,
the
I
corned
will.
You showed me crying.
You guys, I will never forget that night, and here's
I
why.
know.
We're all getting ready for the fundraiser, and Tom's like, "This is like hitting now, guys. Like we have to cancel this thing." So Tom's like, "We have to go live," and I'm like, "Mayor, like
Yeah.
I don't have any of my like gear
God,
kind of ready for."
I
He's
forgot
like,
about
"We
that.
have to go live." It was our biggest live stream like
Was it, John?
ever.
Well, we were getting huge numbers when we were live
Yeah,
streaming.
when we
during
were doing the
pandemic.
COVID.
But this was like the very first one, Tom.
Yeah.
So we go live,
And we were getting
if,
what,
If
thousands?
you guys, it was nuts.
Thousands.
Yeah.
And here's from my perspective, I have like it's like being live streamed from my phone, like resting on a tripod. I don't even have like a tripod clip. So if anyone could dig up that clip, you can see like the phone like kind of moving because I couldn't like hold it completely.
John, wasn't
steady.
it in the Civic Center like Blue Room?
Yes.
Yes, we had the press conference because the
Yes.
police
I
chief
remember-
was there, the fire chief was there, you were there.
Because John, we've been live streaming. John, we
Oh,
started
yeah.
early, right?
Way early.
and we're used to a normal
Yeah.
audience when we live stream. Like right now, we're live streaming. We got 50-something people watching live,
Yep.
right? Which, by the
Thank
way,
you.
is like playing in front of a live studio, which I like. So I'm not bugged with that. But when we were during the pandemic doing live stream, we would get hundreds. Sometimes we get thousands of people watching each video.
Yeah,
It was
early
like
on
live.
it
It
was,
was literally like you're standing in front of thousands of people, making a speech. It was pretty.
that was
trippy.
interesting. That was
Yeah.
wild.
yeah, that was a pretty crazy time.
Everything was so uncertain, man.
that
Looking
night
back.
though, that was the night it hit.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
We were
We had a
sitting
press
there like,
conference there,
holy
and you're
shit! Like
in the Civic
my
Center.
annual fundraiser is destroyed.
But now we're back, and here are the photos.
We're back.
And look at the hundreds of people having a good time last night. So
Yeah, no masks in sight.
No, really good crowd.
Look
I
at
thought the
that.
crowd was awesome. Civic Center looked great.
The decor is awesome.
Yes, the crew.
Anytime they string those lights. it's
Yeah,
great.
it changes everything, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a full house. It was packed. Every table was busy. So, and the food was great. So
that was nice. Yeah,
nice to get back at it.
It was nice to get back at it. It was good to see everybody. That was my first fundraiser for McDermott for mayor in 2 years.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
It is, right? So he's got that look on his
Yeah,
face.
like I
Kevin
got-
is fact checking me currently.
You had a busy 2 years.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't raising money, John. I'm just saying McDermott for mayor didn't raise money since March of
I
2021.
thought we did something in 21.
Nope. March of 21.
Okay.
Yeah, March of 21. My first one in 2 years.
There you go.
It's March of 23.
You're right.
Fast forward 2 years.
My fact checking was slow, but you're
Your
right.
your brain is still in
I was like, we
2022.
did something in 21. That's exactly what was happening.
I know. I have that happen to me.
That was happening.
I
to me.
start finally learning to write 23 in like July.
Why
I
you
have 6
fact
months.
checking me, man?
Why you fact checking me?
Yeah,
man?
this is a 4-8 quote from
That
last
was
episode.
funny. Why you fact check? That was so funny.
Don't
be
blame
quoting.
me. Blame Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah, don't be quoting communists on Lockpod.
That's good.
He gives us one quote. We
Don't
fact
blame
check
me.
it. It's
Blame
from
Ho Chi
freaking.
Minh.
It's from like Lenin or something like that.
Yeah, it was good.
Check
So,
out our left of center TikTok to see that clip, by the way.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah. Thank you, Kyle.
By the way, we've got a great show coming up.
good
Representative
show.
Andrade is coming on a little later. We've got Phil Sine from Byway popping in. And we got a lot to talk about, including a really big announcement by the mayor right after ads about festivals.
Yeah, we're gonna
he's
make-
going to announce the first festival band right after ads.
We're gonna announce the first festival band right after ads. We're gonna announce Friday night, like right off the bat.
It's exciting.
Friday night is always a big night for us.
Yep.
And this year, I think Friday and Saturday are just going to blow people's minds. So we're going to announce Friday night right off the bat. Right after we get back from ads. We're not going to ads yet because I want to give you guys some more financial tips.
Oh,
Financial tips
What
from
should we
Tom.
be doing with our? What should we do with our money? that's
Financial
in-
tips from Tom.
What should we do with our deposits right now?
But as you'll remember, a couple weeks ago, when the S&P 500 was around 4,200, I told everybody we're going to go through a tough period. S&P is going to drop to 3,600. I put my money where my mouth is. I shorted the market, and since that time, the S&P has gotten halfway towards my goal. It's right around 3,900 right now. So it dropped from 42 to 39. I still think there's more to drop left. But then the banks started failing. Oh, by the way, one stock I wanted to talk about real quick is Digital World Acquisition Corp. DWAC, DWAC. It's on the NASDAQ. It was
Sounds
trading.
like something I don't hold.
It was trading at over 70s in the 70 mid 70s.
What is it?
This is the holding company for Trump's social media network, The Truth.
John, are you initial
I'm
investor
not
in this?
on truth. No.
So digital.
No, are you
DW
investor in DWAC? No.
DWAC. It's very whack.
The whack. The whack
It is
whack.
whack. It is dropped down to $12.53. It's down, I don't know, 80% in the last few months. So not looking good for Trump's Truth Network.
Red check.
Yeah.
You red check, John? Can you buy a red check? That's a question.
Isn't it funny? It's a red check. That's
Yeah.
like communist, isn't it?
It's weird.
Yeah.
John, can you buy a red check like you can buy a blue check? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Good,
No.
good answer. We were testing you.
I don't know.
Yes, I mean I don't know.
I just want one perspective. I heard something yesterday. I thought it was interesting.
Yes.
As everybody realizes what's going on with the banks, we've had a third bank on the ropes now. Credit Suisse is the fourth. There's four. I forgot what we started off with Silicon Valley Bank. Then we went to Signature Bank. Another American bank is on the verge of failing, and other banks are rescuing it. It's happening literally right now. I forgot the name of it. It escapes
Banks
me.
came to the
Sweet.
Sweet.
Um,
Yeah.
Credit Suisse, right?
No.
No,
Isn't that the
Credit
one?
Suisse is the one in Switzerland, and that was saved by a bunch of banks in Europe, basically.
Interesting.
All these banks, the bigger banks are gobbling up the smaller banks that are failing. Credit Suisse is being acquired by a bunch of larger banks, and there's another one in America. The same thing is happening. The interesting thing that I heard yesterday is now everybody realizes this is something most of us don't have to worry about. In fact, I don't think any of us in this room have to worry about this, is if you have over $250,000 in a single account, you're only insured up to $250,000 from the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which is not a problem for most of the people that listen to the show. These are the problems for people like startup companies, very wealthy people that have millions of dollars in one account. If that bank fails, you're literally only going to get guaranteed $250,000 of your deposit back. So if you have $1 million, for instance, the best thing you could do to insure yourself is to spread it out.
Yeah, but what do you
for
have,
a bank.
$20 million?
That's right. That's
Then what
where
do you
it
do?
starts getting difficult. You have more money than banks that you can go to, which means that
Or it just becomes complicated, right? You're going to put $250,000 in like 50 banks,
Exactly.
or 80 banks.
exactly
I mean,
right.
nice problem to have.
It's a nice problem to have, but like, so you're basically, if you're leaving money in banks and you're a super wealthy person like that, you're literally hoping that the banking system doesn't fail, which is starting to show cracks. But
So-
the interesting thing, real quick, I'm sorry, Kevin.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I had a question, but go ahead.
When Silicon Valley Bank failed, the federal government stepped in immediately and said everybody's deposit, regardless of its size, is guaranteed. Now, if we did that for Silicon Valley Bank, that means if our local bank fails and we're above 250,000, we get saved here as well, right? Or is it just wealthy?
Yeah, you're
California
kind of going exactly
entrepreneurs?
where I was going, is that it makes it a little bit difficult for the FDIC and the Treasury Department to say, hey, sorry about the little bank in Iowa that failed, and if you got 300 grand, we're not going to cover that other 50.
Right.
But we're okay covering the
That's right.
42 million that
That's
somebody
right.
had in Silicon Valley Bank.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Which
So
has
ba-
happened many times since the
Yeah.
08 crash.
Right.
And
Oh,
yeah.
They didn't step in.
Yeah.
We've always
Yeah.
held firm. In fact, it was 100,000 for the longest of times that was insured. Now it's up to
You're right. It
250.
did go
When
up
we
to
were kids,
250.
it was like 100,000.
When we were kids, it was 100.
Right.
You're right.
Now it's at 250, obviously reflecting modern society. But now we have the FDIC that backstops Silicon Valley. And this is a debate that we're going to have to. Basically, they guaranteed all these wealthy
Yeah,
people.
and I think I agreed with the move at the time. I mean, I agreed
But-
that but you're right.
But the
that-
ramifications
Yep,
of this,
you're
there's
right.
no such thing as a $250,000 insurance limit anymore, right?
Doesn't
Which
seem like
means
it.
that the banks have been nationalized and in favor of the ultra wealthy. Another guaranteed. Like the thing I have a problem with, and when I hear from the right, I hear Republicans say, socialism. This is socialism. Socialist medicine. Socialist. They're giving money to welfare recipients for nothing. This is all socialism, right? But when you have something like this happen, and you're literally, because you're ultra wealthy and you didn't think about you have too much money in this bank and the bank fails and we bail your ass out and you're like a multimillionaire, that's socialism,
for
big
some
guy.
reason, it's not socialism. all
Right?
of a
It's
sudden.
not socialism for you, but it's socialism if you're a welfare recipient getting money or if you're getting free medicine. But if you're getting bailed out by the American taxpayers, which we are doing to the wealthy in Silicon Valley Bank right now, that's not socialism, is it? It's
Right.
bullshit.
Well, it's the same thing. Like there's a lot of farm subsidies that go every year.
True.
That bail out farmers. And I'm not. And by the way, I'm not saying that as a criticism. I think that we do need to make sure our farm economy stays healthy. And same thing with AIG. When Bush bailed out
That was
AIG,
brutal.
I had a problem with that because if I'm a big insurance company, I want to gobble up AIG's
See,
customers.
that's exactly right, Kevin.
That's capitalism. And so
That's
let's just be
capitalism.
realistic.
We're protecting.
We're not a capitalist. We're not a pure capitalist
Right,
society. We're
because
just not.
capitalism is brutal. It's like
Yes.
in the jungle. It's like if
Invisible
there's
hand.
if you're in Africa and you're a weak animal and you're limping and you're weak and you can't fend for yourself, you're going to be eaten. Okay, that's just the way it is. Don't feel bad. I really like that animal that got eaten. That's what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Capitalism is supposed to be that way. If you're weak and limping, you're supposed to get gobbled up by a competitor, and then we insert ourselves into it to protect the ultra wealthy, which is not capitalism.
Or jobs, for example, like during Obama, right? They held up the auto industry,
Right.
And they saved them. And by the way, that was great. I was, same thing. But it's just, let's be realistic. Let's not say, we're a pure capitalist society,
That's
because
true.
we're not.
So when you hear a Republican tell you that this is socialism, to point them out to nationalizing the banks, point them out to bailing out AEG and all these other companies, because that's
helping the farmers.
That's
and,
right.
helping
Usually
the
when
auto
we do that,
industry
it's much more expensive. Usually when we do that, and we're protecting the ultra rich. And I'm not saying I wouldn't have done the same thing with Silicon Valley Bank. I'm not saying that. I think that the federal government did exactly the right thing.
Well, a lot of times it's to save a more dangerous outcome.
The thing is, Kevin, could you imagine the city of Hammond, for instance? Put it this way. Let's say the city of Hammond, through no wrong of our own, we go to a local bank and the local bank fails and we can't make payroll. That's not right. It's not supposed to. All we did was chose the wrong bank.
Right.
We didn't expose ourselves like the bank management did to failure. We just chose the wrong bank. So I think the way the federal government, to protect the depositors, us, I think that's the right way to do it, even though we nationalized the banks in the process.
And the federal government has come to the rescue so many times. And look at during COVID. Here's a bunch of money for the airlines. Do you think the airlines would have survived
Nope.
COVID?
You're right,
with
though, man.
I mean,
that's a perfect example. We did it to save jobs.
And PPP loans and businesses. And so, I mean, like...
That's not capitalism.
No, but it also is just a realization that sometimes the American government has to come to the rescue to help keep the economy and our lives going.
But we're getting to the point now where we're coming to the rescue every time.
A lot of times.
They call it a Fed put in the market. A
Interesting.
Fed put,
That's it.
which is the Fed is always there to guarantee you're not going to lose your ass. Like at the beginning of the pandemic. All right. And Kevin knows this. I was short the market then also, by the way. And the market was cratering. And we were in Napa. Remember that?
Yes.
And I was
February.
like, holy crap, Kevin. I was showing you it every day. I'm like, I can't believe I'm on the exact right side. And then the Fed put happened. And the Federal Reserve came in and dropped interest rates, gave away trillions of dollars of free money, and they changed everything. We spent money as American taxpayers to protect the ultra wealthy because everybody was losing their shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I think the theory is it's not just protecting the ultra wealthy; it also protects the economy, right? It protects people's jobs. It protects people. You know, it's
but
not,
who benefits the most?
well, sure, yeah,
ultra wealthy.
It's exponentially that way.
But everybody's 401k was affected, and that's why the American government jumped in.
Yep. So anyway,
all right, when we come back,
lesson on
yeah, I'm
socialism
trying to
in
make
America.
finance majors out of everybody that listens to Lockpod. So
Let's do some ads, and you got a big announcement.
when we come back, we're going to announce Friday night's act at the Festival of Lakes right after we do these ads.
Anybody have Princeton yesterday? All right, ads away. Let's go.
Oh, you had
What
to
a
be
game.
jacked. Yeah, you had to be jacked about that.
Go Ivy
right?
League.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't. You know, it's fine.
I hate Princeton just because they're a natural rival of Penn, but when the Ivy League wins, I'm happy.
I am too. It's good to see that. That's what's so great about the tournament.
Agree.
Yeah. Misprint Printing. Misprint specializes in delivering the highest quality signs and printing on time and under budget. Misprint's experience and technology allows them to offer custom commercial on-demand printing and sign solutions along with those metal business cards. Rick Baltonsberger and his team have served Chicagoland and the Northwest Indiana markets for over 30 years. They have 2 convenient locations to serve you in Munster and in Hammond.
When you want the best for your home and family, trust the best in the business, Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 54 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more and to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 today. That's rogersroofing.com, 219-933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
Prestomer Insurance Agency. The Ron J. Prestomer Insurance Agency has been located for decades right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. They specialize in a wide variety of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestomer Agency serves over 1,000 people and businesses in all Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron, Ronnie, or Michael at 219-844-0103.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give us a call and schedule your consultation today with somebody who's in court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon. Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine throughout the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón.
Great to hear from Eli, who was playing my event last
He was
night.
great last night.
Yeah, I didn't get to hear him like I normally.
Well, you were out greeting.
I heard him in the
throngs.
background, but like I normally listen to Eli because he's so great.
It was awesome.
Yeah, Eli and Abner.
I like that name of that band.
I know
they went with that.
It's almost like
flows off the.
it does. It was a really good
John,
name.
what do you think? Eli and Abner.
Love it. I'm
Right.
pissed I missed that, actually. I didn't know he played last night.
Yeah, we he's playing Fest too.
That's going to be great.
Which
Eli's
night?
great. I think.
You looked at me funny. Like he's.
I thought I
playing
heard the
Fest.
door knock.
No,
Is it Friday night?
we're trying to figure that out.
Okay.
That's why I was looking at you funny. I couldn't remember what night.
I couldn't either.
All right.
I think it almost has to be Friday night when you think about it.
Speaking of,
All right, because normally Friday night at the festival we normally do like rock bands, right?
yeah.
Like who was last year?
See, I always forget. I'm year to year. I'm
Leonard
always,
Skinner.
Leonard Skinner was Friday night.
Who was the one before that?
Bush? No.
Was
Bush
it Bush?
Thursday.
Bush was Thursday? Because that would be, we have like days where we fit the genres into the days. Like if we got a band like Bush, which is 90s alternative, we would put it on Thursday, right? If we get anything in that genre, we push that to Thursday. Now Thursday's becoming more country-ish, right?
Well, this is the first year it's been country.
90s alternative wasn't drawing like we thought.
Right. I think I would agree with you.
Right.
My people are old and tired.
I'm one of those people. I love 90s alternative. Thank you. And I am old and tired, funny enough. Thank you, people. I might get all offended. I am one of those
Jill's
people.
talking to me.
And I'm old and tired. Yeah. Do you guys remember any other Friday nights? Just to, like, I'm trying to, like.
I mean, it's like it's crazy.
I know.
It just fades all into
It's all
one
blend.
week of concerts.
Like
Yeah,
Bad
it
Company would probably play there.
Bad Company and Cheap Trick might have been a Friday
Cheap Trick
night.
was a Friday for sure. That's so we
REO?
REO was a Friday night.
Maybe
for
that was
sure.
last year.
Limp.
No.
And Leonard
Leonard
Skinner.
Skinner was last
Then
year.
it was REO. maybe
REO was the year before.
Limp Bizkit.
Was that a
Thursday.
Friday or Thursday? Yeah.
No, I think they were Thursday.
I agree. We would
Both
do
times.
that. In my mind, I would put that on Thursday. It's so people get an idea of how we are, right? And usually Saturday is a rap act,
Yeah, rapper hip hop.
like a big rap act. And if it wasn't a rap act, it would be huge. Like it would have to be huge. If it
Well,
wasn't.
didn't we do
Saturday's always
the
our
Red
premiere.
Rocker on Saturday
Was that?
night?
Sammy
that,
Hagar.
that to me would
Because
be Friday night.
We had
But
a
maybe.
cancellation.
No. It was
Chevelle.
it was Friday. I think because didn't.
No, I thought we filled
Somebody-
in for Snoop. We filled Red Rocker in for Snoop, I think, that year.
Ooh, I don't
I don't
know.
Well,
remember.
Snoop canceled on us 3 years in a row.
Red Rocker was definitely Saturday night. I
pretty
remember it was
solid on
Saturday
that.
night
It
because
was,
people
huh?
came because I was
That
out there on
makes
a
sense,
weekend.
huh? It
John,
makes
remember
sense.
we walked out there
Because
and
if
people
I
were
said
camping out?
if it wouldn't be a huge
Yeah.
rapper, it would have to be some premiere, and obviously Sammy Hagar. And Van
He was
Halen.
Saturday for sure.
Okay,
Oh my God, the suspense is killing the audience.
is it really?
They're like announce,
Yes.
It's
announce.
not- they're all arguing about Friday night bands.
Well, this band is like a '90s band. I remember when
Boston, another Friday.
that was a Friday for sure. Thank you for continuing the conversation. Chad.
Sorry.
No, I appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah.
This is the first time I heard the band that I'm about to announce. I was in Submarine, and they had a big CD come out. So it was in the early 90s when they came out. And this is an era in music when Pearl Jam is huge, right? And like grunge is taking over. And this is sort of in the same genre. Because like now we're...
Still, it's almost like a classic rock because they're heavy rock in a way. That's
This
why
band?
I think.
Yeah, I think... But it came out during that alternative era.
I
It
agree.
was like they got big at the same time like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and everybody got big.
I saw him at USC Pavilion. That was the first time I saw him.
I saw these guys the first time in Hammond, actually, at the Horseshoe Casino. And they played there. And it was when Horseshoe Casino was brand new. And there was literally like 50 people in the audience. And I saw this band, and I was like, I cannot freaking believe I'm watching Stone Temple Pilots in Hammond,
Whoa!
Indiana.
God.
Like
You're
Stone
gonna-
Temple
now you
Pilots
get to see him again.
in
There it
Hammond,
is.
Indiana, at the fest. That was at Horseshoe Casino, and at the time it was with Scott Weiland, who was the lead singer, who tragically passed away of drug overdose. Unfortunately, I believe it was a drug overdose. I don't want to make that announcement, but Stone Temple Pilots is iconic, alternative / rock. And they're an amazing band. They have so many great hits that we all know. One of my favorite happens to be Interstate Love Song.
Love it.
To me, that's like one of my favorite songs of all time. Like if you looked at Tom's favorite songs, like top 25, that's on there. Interstate Love Song. It's appropriately named. Every time you hit the road, you crank on Interstate Love Song. I
Yeah.
love Stone Temple Pilots.
Plush.
This is I literally made sure that we got this band this year. I saw, there
And
was
this
an
is a band that
opportunity.
you've tried to get.
I love
Yeah,
Stone Temple
they're
Pilots.
gonna be great.
This is a region type of band. It's Friday night. We know all the words. We know all the music. It's the original band outside of the lead singer. It's time to party. Festival of Lakes 2023. Stone Temple Pilots on Friday night. And by the way, this is a major, major artist. I agree. We all agree. Saturday night's going to blow your freaking mind.
We're
This
not
year.
there yet. We're not there
We're not there yet.
We're not
But
there
Saturday
Easy,
night's gonna
easy,
blow your
easy,
freaking
easy.
mind. Like I'm not like
Don't
distracting
oversell
you.
it yet.
No, we got to get the
gotta
contract.
I'm
Crank
not.
it first.
I'm not. But Friday night, Stone Temple Pilots is. We're so psyched. I'm so psyched personally. This is my choice, my band. We got a great deal on it, and they're awesome band. So
Nice.
you drop it, Joe.
Yeah.
Social media.
All right, it's up. You can go get your VIP experience passes. So go to festivallakes.com, which, of course, is your one-stop shop for everything from VIP experience passes, information about the fest. Really good, kind of cool new look this
Yeah.
year. See the
Look
new
at
look
that.
on
Yeah,
the
I saw
website. Put that up, John.
A
Great job by Mark Anderson.
Spinning like a rose that somebody gave
Look
me
at it.
on
Wow.
my birthday
That's Scott.
deathbed.
I love
I
it.
can't wait.
You know, it's that time of year when the locomotive starts singing. You know,
That's
it's getting
right.
close to Fest.
I know. I cannot wait. I love this band.
See how that turtle's moving
Look at
across?
that.
Oh,
Look at
wow.
that turtle movie.
Ray did that, and Mark Anderson with.
Dude,
of
I
course,
don't know
with the
how
drawing.
much we paid for that turtle to move like that, but it probably
$1
wasn't
million.
worth it. It probably wasn't worth it.
So really
we are
love
always
that.
on the cutting edge in the city of Hammond. Our turtle moves on our website.
I love that artwork.
Yeah, great job by Mark Anderson with the artwork.
By the way, that's a
Very cool.
skeleton with a guitar sitting on a turtle. That's so cool.
On
That's
Wolf Lake.
awesome.
On Wolf Lake.
Yeah, why
Look
don't
at
we? I like it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot, actually.
and it moves.
You know how like every community has their symbol? That should be our symbol in Hammond. And we like put them on our front
Skeleton?
yard. The skeleton on top of a turtle. Nobody in America has that.
So
And
you're
we
gonna
all
have,
have it.
for trick or treating. You're gonna have that in your front yard.
We all put it in our front yard. And we paint
Everyone.
it like different colors.
So you're gonna have a new sticker because last year we had the frog,
Yeah.
right? The kind of the psychedelic frog,
That's psychedelic.
and
frog
the year
was
before
cool,
that
too.
was the butterfly,
Yeah.
and now we've got the turtle.
Yeah.
Is
All
it
right.
like? Can you get your tickets now?
Yes,
Yes.
there- it's your you mean your
Oh,
VIP
right here?
experience
VIP?
passes? Yeah, you can get them.
Yeah. How much is that again?
It goes up. I think it's 75 now, 85 after June 1st, and 100 after July 1st.
And VIP experience again gets you.
That gets you free or access to the front of the stage area and also the behind the stage area.
Nice.
And you have your own like kind of bathroom area as well as your own drink area that you know.
And
drinks
it's
are-
reduced drinks too, right?
No, drinks
No?
are regular price.
Okay.
But you have nice room and access, especially in front of the stage.
Awesome.
Yeah, a lot of room to move around.
Sounds like a plan. I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy my tickets today.
All right. You mean your VIP experience
My
passes?
VIP experience.
VIP
FestivalofTheLakes.com.
That's right.
All right.
What time is it?
It's time
Time for what?
time for
We don't have time for dog
do it.
custody?
Yeah, sure. Let's
Do the dog
do
thing.
dogs,
Yeah.
and
I
then
love
we'll
this
then we'll
story.
have ads and Phil sign in from Byway.
Okay, and then
All right.
okay.
Then
cool.
Mike Andrade. Let's
Okay.
do dogs.
Oof.
Woof woof.
Busy 24 minutes here, guys.
No
We
kidding.
have
Yeah.
we have a lot of people that treat their animals like family members, right? They're like, oh, I treat it like my son or my daughter. This is my little kid, right? All right. In fact, Lindsay may be like that with her cats. Maybe not. You know, I'm just throwing it out there. It's possible, but she's not here to defend herself right now. But so when unfortunately in situations where families treat their pet like that and then they get divorced, you know, sometimes they have like custody issues, like who gets a dog and stuff like that, right? So dogs and pets, there's an article that came out of the local paper this week. I think it was a Dan Carden special. By the way, Dan Carden, shout out to
Oh man,
Dan Carden.
he took the
from
challenge.
He took the challenge of the
Caption in a caption.
Look at this.
He did it.
Look at
Screenshot
this.
within a screenshot.
That's a freaking Lockpod fan right
Look at
there. Like, we challenged him to do a screenshot, and Jill, you threw the challenge out if I remember correctly. Challenge accepted. There it is.
Look at him.
We need merch.
A screenshot within a screenshot within a screenshot, right?
So now, Dan, if you could accept
Triple.
this challenge, screenshot this.
Yeah.
So we'll.
That would be great. Just leave it up there for a long time.
Yes.
Because then, Dan, it would be a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot.
I think John said something about that, like in the Lockpod tweet. He said something like, "I wonder how far this is going to
Yes.
go."
Yeah,
So,
there you go, Dan. Keep it going. We'll keep it going, too. We got 3 more episodes this season, so let's see how far we can take it. But Dan wrote a great article about pets may be part of the family, but they're still property. Indiana appellate court rules. Dogs and pets may seem like they're part of the family, but Indiana courts aren't ready to officially countenance dog visitation as part of divorce settlements.
Or Roxy.
This issue arose Wednesday in a Court of Appeals decision involving a divorced Lake County couple, their 3 children, and Roxy, a 3-year-old boxer terrier. According to court records, the wife acquired Roxy for the family in 2020 after participating in a breeder-mandated interview and vetting process and signing an agreement to return the dog to the breeder if it was ever rehomed for any reason.
Boston Terriers, man. Aren't those? Is that the one that? Are Boston Terriers the one that was kidnapped,
Lady
dog
Gaga's?
napped? Lady Gaga?
Mm.
Or no, those are French.
French poodle.
No, French Terriers are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someone in chat will say what it is.
Little
but-
dogs are trash anyway.
Oh, wow.
There you go. That's
Jill.
going to get a reaction.
Uh-oh.
Records show that Roxy is treated as a 4th child. Roxy has a fenced-in backyard, swims in the pool, plays on a trampoline with the children, and sits at a dinner table with the rest of the family. What the hell is going on in this family?
That's not
Sits at the
America.
dinner table?
No.
Nasty.
America. Come on, America.
Come on, dude. That is bullshit.
The wimping of America.
Right?
Yes.
You have a freaking dog at the table. The dog is not your kid.
And
Wait,
was the
that's
dog
like-
like cleaning up the dishes too?
Have
You
you
know-
seen people walking dogs dogs, and they're small dogs.
In like a
Just
stroller.
goes to Jill's
Freaking
bitch about
strollers.
That's so
yes.
stupid.
small dogs.
I saw that yesterday, Jill. It was some
Ridiculous.
dude. It was like a mean-looking dude, and he had like a little, like a dog in a stroller, like a baby.
Ridiculous.
French bulldog. Thank you, Marissa.
Thank you, Marissa. The couple split in 2022. As part of the divorce settlement, Roxy was awarded to the wife with a provision that the children could bring Roxy to the husband's home during parenting time, just as they're permitted to bring other personal effects, records show. The divorce decree specifies that neither parent shall attempt to influence the children to convince them to bring Roxy or to not
Oh,
bring Roxy.
man.
There's a lot of damn effort going into this dog. According to court records, the husband filed a contempt action less than 30 days after the decree was entered, alleging the wife attempted to influence the children about bringing Roxy to parenting time and supposedly failed to send the dog to the husband's residence with the children. So basically, the Indiana Court of Appeals has to get involved to decide whether
is
or not
crazy.
parenting time is going to be allowed to this dog. And the appellate court agreed with the wife in a 3-0 ruling, saying basically Indiana law clearly declares animals are personal property.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty well, I think, founded principle that animals are personal. The reason I know this is like over the years, right, 30 years of practicing personal injury law, Steve and I have gotten several calls where a dog unfortunately gets killed or hurt in a crash, in an accident, in, whatever. And you have to tell them that, unfortunately, the value of the loss of your pet is not like the loss of your child.
Right.
It's the value of whatever you
You don't
paid
get
for it.
emotional damage.
You don't, right. I mean,
Right.
you get the cost of the dog.
Of the property.
unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, it's sad because
It's
we
not,
all
even
love
if you
our
saw
dogs,
your
right?
dog die and it was
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
You don't
personal
get like
property.
emotional damages. Right?
No.
Right.
So I'm sorry.
Oh,
Even though Roxy sat at the
awful.
dinner table,
It is
she's
awful.
still
Awful.
he or she is still personal property.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you cannot have visitation.
No.
There you go.
Thank you, Judge
The
Riley,
dogs
and
go
the
to
Indiana
heaven.
Court of Appeals, who I saw was on the road at Andrade yesterday. But
All right.
let's do ads. We're going to get Phil signing here
Yeah.
from Byway, and then we've still got Mike Andrade coming. So
All right,
Yeah.
let's go. We'll start some ads. Try Electronics. Try Electronics wants to be your complete communications provider. Try Electronics has been a leader in this industry for more than 55 years. They're dedicated to assisting their clients with system integration needs. Try Electronics has the expertise and experience to provide superior results for a wide variety of projects. For more information, call Try Electronics today at 1-800-722-6793.
Calumet Brewing, it's time to experience Michelob Ultra with only 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and 4.2% ABV. It's the perfect way to keep your New Year's resolutions in check. Whether you're a pro athlete or just an employee Olympian, the journey is only worth it if you enjoy it. That's why Michelob Ultra brews a light lager that's worth every single sip. So, no matter if you're kicking back after a workout or enjoying the day out on the slopes, you're sure to enjoy a great beer. Head on over to Cal Brew or the Michelob Ultra websites and social media pages for details on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Ultra lifestyle with beers and cheers responsibly.
Chris Jones at Properties. Looking to buy your dream home? If so, call Chris Jones with At Properties. All across Northwest Indiana, it's a great time to buy properties available at all price ranges. And if you're considering a sale, Chris Jones will get your house sold for top dollar. He sold some of the most expensive homes in Hammond and Munster last year. Contact Chris Jones at atproperties.com for a market analysis or to discuss the home qualities you're looking for. That's Chris Jones at atproperties.com.
Powering America. Are you looking for a new career in 2023? If you're a person who enjoys working with your hands in a challenging and ever-changing environment, an electrical apprenticeship might be for you. Earn a competitive wage while you gain valuable experience. Did we mention employer-paid benefits, including health insurance, pension, and an annuity? If so, visit Apply. That's APPLY697.com. POW, sponsored by Powering America.
Ladies and gentlemen, in an effort to get everybody to focus more on the sponsors that help make LockPod possible, we've decided to bring our longtime sponsors of the show into the studio to introduce them to you. And today we have Phil Sine from Byway Brewing. Thanks for coming to the studio, Phil.
Thanks, Mayor. Appreciate it.
Pull that right up to your
You can
mouth.
do whatever you want with that,
All
Mike.
right,
Yeah,
I'll hold
Phil.
this over here.
You're a young guy, man.
We've had Dave
Yeah.
on before.
Dave's been here.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
time for me. So
Thanks, by
appreciate
the
it.
way. Byway Brewing has been a sponsor of our show since the first season.
Yep.
And
And
we appreciate it.
We love doing it.
Thank you. We love it too, and it makes it possible. And I think we do provide a service. We're still
Oh,
trying to
absolutely.
figure out what that service
Yeah.
is. But yeah.
So
So
I got to tell you, one of my favorite things to do at Byway is coming up, and that's the reopening of the patio once we
Yeah.
get some good weather.
Yeah. Well, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Mother Nature doesn't know what it wants to do right now.
that
but
patio is
Yeah,
a
and
strong
we-
selling point. It
we-
literally doubles your space, right?
It doubles our space. Yeah. and it's awesome. And now we got a permanent fence that's around the green space back there, so we can use that more often now. So we're pretty excited about that.
Dave and Byway, you guys were early investors in that part of our city, and now it's just thriving. That whole
It is.
part.
Three hotels now.
3 hotels. That the newest hotel, the Home to Suite, is killing it, and that's
Have you
helping
seen?
us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially with all the events going on at the Sportsplex, we get so much residual traffic from that.
that's awesome.
I mean, we had one of our best days ever 2 Saturdays ago. It was literally nonstop from open to close.
And teams, you see kids coming in
Oh,
from all
yeah.
over the state, all over the area.
It's awesome.
I would
Thank you.
imagine
that makes me feel good.
You know what, Mayor? I was
honestly.
thinking about this. Like, Byway's got to be like one of the central points in the city for tourism, and they probably see so many
Yeah.
people that come in from all over. You know, because
yeah.
the mayor always talks about, I love knowing that people from out of state, from out of the area, coming in.
Yep.
You probably see that.
I see it all the time. Actually, our regulars during the week are a lot of out-of-towners because they're staying at the hotels.
Wow.
And they're just coming over and hanging out with us. It's
So you
pretty
see
cool.
people in uniforms all the time,
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
And business people, right? They're
business
just in-
people and everything, Monday through Thursday, business people, and then uniforms on the weekends. It's cool.
Thank
So,
you. By the way, like I remember when Dave first started talking about investing there, it was it's a no-brainer now when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But when he first started investing there, it was not a no-brainer.
No, the first couple
He
years
was taking
were-
a flyer.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an area we hadn't developed yet. We didn't know if it was going to be successful. We thought it would.
Yeah.
We didn't know for a fact.
Right.
And now you look at it, and it's funny when Marissa and I go over there. She always says, "Tom, when you took over as mayor, this was a bad neighborhood, and look at it now." And
yeah.
it makes me feel. I know I don't really stop and smell the roses like that. She always makes me do it, and it's really cool to see that as mayor. Because like it was a crappy
well,
neighborhood.
it's beautiful what it is now.
I know.
So-
It's
I
awesome.
appreciate. I
Yeah.
appreciate what you guys
Absolutely.
do, and the food is
Yeah, the food's
freaking
yeah.
spectacular.
I was just
Yeah,
going to say
thank
that. Like,
you.
we always
Yeah.
say Byway Brewing, and you talk about the beer, and it's award-winning beer and everything. But I'll tell you, like, when I go, or my wife and I go, we go there for the food. We
Right.
really do.
No,
The
a lot of
food is
people do.
unbelievable.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
What's that spicy chicken sandwich I always get?
The
with-
brimstone.
Yeah, man.
That's good. It ain't going anywhere.
No, that is.
I hope, and the OG's not going anywhere.
The OG's not going. We took it off for a little bit. And
No.
people weren't happy about it.
That's
So
good.
we
That's
put it
good.
back on. So we listen.
That shows that people care.
People care. Yeah,
Yeah, right?
It's our best-selling.
Like
item.
when we go off the air, sometimes people get mad, and we're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, somebody cares." It's
Yeah,
like,
no, it's a
one
good
or
feeling.
two people.
I mean, when you go to Byway, they've got great menu, and I love the names. I don't know who came up with all those names, but
Yeah.
you've got things like the Hatchet, Precursor, or Orb, Doom Rider.
Right.
I mean, right? It's
the
just
staff gets to
phenomenal.
have fun with that.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you get a lot of Purdue traffic?
we do. We do a lot of Purdue stuff. We're a corporate sponsor with their athletics with Rick Costello. He helps out a lot. So we do every year. We do their homecoming, and then we do their day of giving, and then we do their kickoff for the fall sports. So we do a lot of events with them.
After the games and stuff. Do a lot of the.
We don't
baseball-
get as much of that.
Right.
We'd like to see a little bit more of that.
Well,
but,
they're about to start their outdoor season. I know,
Right.
like baseball's and
Right.
softball's starting.
Right.
now.
And that's another thing to remember is they've got a great event space there. It's not just like if you're
Yeah.
going just
Yeah.
for
By
dinner.
the way,
I mean, if you
I've
want to go
had
for a
events-
birthday,
Yeah,
you've had
shower,
multiple.
We've
political
had
event.
multiple there.
Yeah,
So,
it's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it there.
yeah. It's with
that area back there with
that
the,
kills it. So
Yeah, man.
We
Super
we
cool
had the
area.
foresight actually when we opened the place of doing events.
You don't
back
really
there.
see that very often with
No.
breweries. Having like you can go back into the space where you're actually brewing,
Right.
Which is
It's-
amazing.
It's people love that.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really cool space. So,
Right.
like, what do you do if you want a space? Like, it's big enough for what? 150 people?
We can do 175 back
170? That's a pretty good guess, huh?
there. Yeah.
No, it's so if they wanted space for an event like that, 175 people.
175 people. We can easy. We actually we just shut down the place beginning of February for the Munster Education Foundation. They rented out the whole place, and we had 400 people
Wow.
in the whole place. Yeah.
So that's available. So Phil, before we let you go, how does someone get a hold of Byway or to rent the space or just to know what's on the menu, website, everything, contact information?
Website's bywaybbrewing.beer.
I love that stuff.
Right,
That is
that's
really
awesome. So you can get a hold of me, Phil at bywaybbrewing.beer. I'm always available. Email, phone calls, whatever whatever you guys need to do to get a hold of me. So
I just had an amazing idea.
what's that?
Next time I run for higher office, like, it'll be McDermottforgovernor.beer.
Yeah,
Why-
that'll kill it.
Right?
Did you
Right,
just announce you're
right.
running for governor?
Yes. and that's going to be my McDermottforgovernor.beer. It's,
All right.
it's like it sends signals. They're like, "All right, McDermott's running for governor." I don't know why, but I like this guy.
Not
It's
dot
the
weed
website.
or
It's
dot-
That would be good. I didn't know they could do that.
Who knows?
I love it. Yeah.
Dot weed?
That was a Dave thing. Dot weed. Yeah.
Dot
I
weed,
saw
yeah.
the commercials. Yeah.
McDermott for governor. Weed. That sends signals also.
Phil, thanks for coming
I
in.
appreciate you guys. Just one last plug.
Yes.
We have our St. Patty's Day today.
Oh, really?
Corned beef and cabbage, Reuben's, shepherd's pie, green beer, stout.
Stopping by.
Stop on by.
I bet
We'll
you.
be there.
By the way, that's the thing. The beer is amazing, but the food is just as good as the beer.
Yeah.
So I imagine the corned beef is just got
It's
to be
going to
rocking.
be. It's awesome. So we've been prepping that for all
So
week,
today, what time does it start?
11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
All right.
Thanks,
Cool.
brother.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks
Phil.
for
Thanks for coming
sponsoring Lockpod, Phil. Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks. That's Byway Brewing. That's Phil Sign from Byway Brewing. Thanks to Dave Toth, and like I said, they've been supporting us since the day we started, and that was a flyer too.
Yes. Dave, you know, if Dave Toast's doing something, and
Yeah,
you think it's a
he's taking a
flyer,
flyer.
get involved.
Yeah, supporting Lockpod in season 1 was definitely a flyer. So, yeah, bet you 80 didn't think we'd be around 8 seasons later.
I love when you make it sound like it's 8 years.
It's all right. We can play into
I
it.
agree.
Yeah,
It's great.
so this is we got a
we got to get
studio today.
we got to get Mike Andrade. We got to rep Andrade.
We
in here,
do.
'cause I
I
know
think
he's
we
got
go right
he's got to
to
run. We
Mike.
got to go right to him. We're gonna
Okay.
skip this one till Lindsay's
Okay.
in town because she wanted to do this anyway.
Okay, well, what's up, Jill? You all right?
What's Jill doing?
Just
Jill's bent
posted.
over.
Freaking hot mess.
There's a lot going on in the studio, man.
Hey,
I mean,
Vic, what's up?
We're running a.
Victor and Representative
Here they
Mike
come.
Andrade just rolling in.
We should have walk-up music when he comes in like this.
You know, Mike, what would
Dun,
Representative
dun.
Andrade's walk-up music be?
What's up, Vic? Nice to see you, sir.
It's got to be something exciting.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
You got walk-up music, man.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Representative Mike Andrade. Dude, you got walk-up music.
Oh, with your headphones on.
Mike, can you come over to Tom's side, though? Thank you. Yeah, come on over.
All right.
Yeah.
He sort of killed the whole
Oh,
the
man.
walk-up music.
We got to do
vibe.
the walk-up music again.
The
when
walk-up
he starts
music was
walking
the
up.
walk-up music vibe was killed.
There he is.
There it is.
See?
Representative Mike Andrade in the studio. That's the first time our guest has ever had walk-up music.
He does. If anyone
Mike missed the
deserves
whole
it-
walk-up music thing.
Oh.
You'll hear it when you listen to the show again.
Look at this. I'm sorry, Mike. We're not ready for you.
No, I love this. I just want to see how long it takes him.
There he is.
Hey, Mike.
There you go.
Good
Scoot
morning.
over there to
There.
I'm glad that
Mayor
there's.
Tom. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
How's the session going, buddy?
It's been busy.
I bet. I've been down to see you how many times now? I've been down a few times.
4 times, 4 times, right?
And I go to bed so early every time. Isn't that impressive to you? I'm like,
you are.
I
You
know.
are. You're
Like,
very consistent.
But there was one time I was up at like 11:30 p.m. with you guys. I remember. It was Eastern time. That's
Yes.
how I
I
remember.
got a photo. There's a cigar.
I took a
involved.
picture. Yeah. I was like, look at me. I got a cigar and like.
That probably made Representative Andrade a little nervous. He's like, you know
That's
what?
the
This is
latest
past
I've been-
Mayor Tom's bedtime.
That's the latest
Well,
I've been up in
Because he
months.
feels responsible for you when you're down
He
there.
always
You
does
know?
watch out
I
for
do.
me.
I was.
You always
I
watch out
was.
for
I
me.
was wondering what was going on.
I'm wandering
I really
around
was.
like a babe. What's that?
We just gotta move over.
He wants you to move closer to me.
I'm sorry.
you
I'm
go.
sorry. You know,
Tom put some cool white tape on those.
Look at this. Look at
Sure.
this. The high-tech studio stuff we do.
Wow.
Right? Look at that. So
There it is.
I put a challenge out to you the other day,
You did.
and you accepted it.
I did.
That's awesome.
a serious
because
challenge, by the
It's
way.
a serious
Serious
challenge. Yeah, we're all joking aside. We get briefed every 2 weeks by the Hammond Police Department. When I say we, it's myself, Kevin Smith as corporate counsel, Phil Talon as chief of staff, and Megan Flores as city controller. We get briefed on what's going on in all departments of the police department. It's something I've done for years. It helps me stay real close to them. And the captain of narcotics, who's Captain Roger Cardwell, told us about a very frustrating situation that happened to him recently where they caught a high-level drug dealer. And they only caught him with a little bit of crack. When I say a little bit, I want to say like 12 grams of crack.
That's correct.
And then they caught him with literally a kilo of fentanyl. And as we can all imagine, a kilo of fentanyl, when it's just a little bit, can kill you, could kill over 100,000 people. And he got the same sentence for having both of them. That, you know, even though one of them was a kilo, another one you could have held in your hand. And the fentanyl was the one that was very, very dangerous. And basically, Captain Cardwell explained to us there's a problem with sentencing in the Indiana Code where you could get caught with a little bit of fentanyl or a kilo in it. You basically get sentenced to the same amount, which
So
is
there's
not
a problem
very
with the
much.
dealing statute, and that's what we brought up. And I think Representative Andrade, he called. I know he called me within a half hour after the show.
And then I called Mayor Tom, and I was actually heading to the Purdue game, to the Purdue basketball game, and my phone started blowing off, and I was like, something's going on here. LogPod, has a big audience out there, and I
That's
started
right.
getting text messages from
That's right.
LogPodders saying, "Hey, Mike, Rep Andrade, you got to listen to LogPod. Mayor Tom just called you out." And then I got a message from Kevin. I was like, "Okay, this is serious. What's going on?" That's when I called Mayor Tom, like, "What's going on in here?"
See, you guys think we're messing around here. This is real business.
You guys want to hear it?
Real business.
Yeah.
You want to hear the moment
Oh,
when
yeah.
we called him out?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Doesn't make any sense. No sense. They have to be able to delineate and have an enhancement.
Representative Mike Andrade listens to this show.
Yeah.
This is something that could happen quickly. The Republicans would seize on this. The fact that, and we have all the information for any state rep that's listening out there, for the governor's office, anything. We should take care of this right now while you guys are in session, because
Beautiful.
I
Quickly.
look really tired in that picture. Holy crap.
The key word there is quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly, and we took care of it quickly. So real quick before we get into the gist of this, what actually happened. So I'm going to take you step by step
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a process. I want to give a shout out to Paul Goddard. If you guys haven't had Paul
Yeah.
Goddard here, you guys got to
We
bring
got
Paul
to
Goddard.
have him back, actually.
Regional news source.
I'll reach out to him on Tuesday. Actually, I'll see if we can get him back before the end of the season.
They do a great job. They work closely with our law enforcement community members, and they actually put out there my press release this week about it. But our nation has been flooded with fentanyl, and it's become the leading cause of overdose in the opioid epidemic. Since 2019, for Americans from the ages of 18 to 45, fentanyl deaths have surpassed car accidents,
Wow.
COVID-19, cancer, and suicide, according to the CDC data compiled by Family Against Fentanyl. The presence of fentanyl is also highly unpredictable. Often people don't understand that they're taking a drug with fentanyl in it because it's able to be mixed
That's right.
within fake pharmaceuticals, candy-colored pills, and even other controlled substance. This is an urgent threat to our communities
You
and all
can't take-
Hoosiers.
You can't take anything that you don't know where it came from anymore. You can't take a pill. If you think you're buying a pill from somebody on the street and you think that's a Vicodin, that could be pure fentanyl. It could have too much fentanyl in it. We had people. That's how Prince died.
That's right.
The rock star
And think
Prince.
about that.
That's how he
And
died.
he's-
He died
and he's
with
somebody who has a physician.
That's right.
Like illegally, but a physician, or maybe illegally.
he
I don't
had
even know how he got it.
counterfeit
But
prescription pills.
there you go.
And it had
No way.
fentanyl.
Michael
That's how
Jackson.
Oh my
Michael
God,
Jackson.
no
Well, his
idea.
is something more serious.
Now, Mayor and Kevin, I'm going to also rebut some of the false rumors out there. There are people out there and putting on social media saying that this happened during the Biden administration. Biden is not doing anything with the wall. We need to do better with the wall, close the wall, and all that stuff. In 2015, the DEA issued a nationwide alert on fentanyl as a public health and safety threat, noting an increase in overdose and seizures. In 2015, who was president in 2015?
let's see, it would have been President Obama.
Yeah.
It started
Or
in
no.
2000. No,
You would have
no,
been Obama.
Yeah.
That became
And,
right
Let's
around.
just call it 16.
16. right at the end of 16. I like that one.
Yeah, it's an unhandy fact.
According to the CDC,
Edit that shit out.
Edit that out.
Yeah, yeah.
No way, dude.
according to the CDC in 2021, 107,375 people in the United States died of drug overdose and drug poisonings in a period of 12 months.
It's unbelievable.
A staggering 67% of those deaths involved synthetic opioids like fentanyl. A 1 kilogram, you're talking about fentanyl, contains 250,000 lethal doses.
Wow. Think about
I
okay,
said
let's-
100,000.
yeah, think about
said
that.
100,000.
You had a guy arrested in Hammond with 1 kilo, 958 grams, I think it was. Basically 1
short of
kilo, right, of fentanyl that could kill over 200,000 people.
And he walked within 4 hours.
Yep.
No, within 12 hours on a $4,000 bond.
That was it.
He had a kilo of fentanyl because he was charged under Indiana code. He walked within 12 hours on a $4,000 bond. That kilo was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars he had to pay for. So what we do in Hammond now, because we can't rely on Indiana code until Representative Mike fixes this, we have to hope that the DEA takes over a case like
and
that.
a lot of times the feds will because there's a 20-year mandatory minimum.
Because it's a kilo of fentanyl that could kill 250,000 people. If Indiana code's not doing a job, and it's not, and Mike's going to fix that, then we have to rely on the feds to do the job for us.
So, Mike, Representative Andrade, what happened after?
So after you called and I started getting my phone blown off with text messages, I reached out to our legal counsel at the State House. And I said, Chris, his name is Chris Campianola. I said, Chris, what are we working on currently in the legislative body that we could expedite this? And right away, we were back and forth on the phones. He says, let me do some research. Let me call you back. And we found out Senate Bill 379 that came from the Senate that was just coming to the House. And I reached out to the author, and I reached out to the sponsor, which is Greg Stewart. I said, Representative Stewart, this is a big issue in Lake County. We got to push this bill. We got to make sure that this bill goes to the finish line, and I want to sponsor it. And he says, done. Right away on Friday evening, he says, done.
Awesome,
I started working on a Saturday. We started working on Sunday. It gets to Monday, and it's on second readings.
Oh, that's great.
But something happens. There's a certain member, or there was 2 members of the General Assembly. I'm not going to mention one of them, or both of them. They put some amendments in the bill. And as we know, once people start messing around with the amendments, they start changing the mechanisms of the bill. Now weakens the bill, and now what it creates is turmoil, and then that bill can actually be put on hold, and it dies. Because if the gates open up and it becomes, just a Christmas tree, if you want to call it that way. So Representative Stewart and I both worked sides, and we were able to defeat the amendments, and they were not called on second readings. So we were to
kept the bill as it was.
Kept the bill
focused on
fentanyl, focus on the drugs, focus on the levels of felonies that we were trying to do, focus on strengthening the law to be able to go after these bad actors, go after these dealers. And on third reading, it passed.
That is awesome.
There was only one nay vote.
That's right.
And it passed, and it's going to the governor's office now.
That is
Dude,
awesome.
It's going
that's
to the
awesome.
governor's office.
So how's
Thank
it going
you.
to change? That's freaking amazing.
And thank you to Senator Sandlin, Freeman, and Baldwin for the original bill.
Could you say their full names and where they're from? Do you know?
Freeman's from Indianapolis, so is Sandlin.
Senator Freeman from Indianapolis.
If I'm mistaken, Freeman's from Indianapolis. Sandlin's from Indianapolis too. And who's the other one?
Baldwin? I
don't know where Baldwin's from, but Baldwin.
Senator Baldwin, Senator Friedman, and Senator Sandlin,
and
along with Representative Andrade
and Representative Greg Stewart. I got to give Greg Stewart. Greg Stewart is the Republican floor leader on the Republican side. And
where's he from?
I don't know where Greg's
putting
from.
him on
Thank you, Representative Stewart.
I don't know where all the members are
Thank
from.
you to the senators and the Representative Andrade for fixing this flaw in the Indiana code. It's so crazy. This happened within 2 weeks of Captain Cardwell telling us this. We've already fixed the loophole.
It's a bipartisan support, and this
is so
advocacy
cool,
works.
That is freaking cool, man.
This is how government should work.
That is so
That
freaking
is exactly
cool.
how government's supposed to
Man,
work.
Mike, that's why you're a great state rep. By the way, for those of you that don't know, we know Mike really well, and he's been on the show a number of times, but Mike's district was changed. Mm-hmm. He was in a safer seat. We were his constituents
part of
in Hammond, and he got gerrymandered to a Republican district, and he still won because he's
hands down
freaking badass.
And he works his
He's a
tail
freaking
off.
badass, dude. That's why you won.
Well, thank you,
You
Mayor
didn't win
Tom.
because you're a Democrat. You didn't win for any other reason other than you're a badass. I throw that around like you and Scott Miller, the two badasses. If I name you honorary badass, you're an honorary badass. I'm going to have a title, honorary badass. I'm going to award it to people.
I like that.
That's why you win.
Thanks, Mayor Tom.
awesome.
Thank you. And the people of Indiana should be thanking you.
It's a team effort. And
Dude,
truly
you know how many
advocacy
people are going to be
works.
saved because of this?
Yeah.
Honestly, I know 2 people that died of fentanyl overdoses, and they didn't intend to do fentanyl. They intended to do other drugs, and fentanyl was in it, and it killed both of them. And then they were literally my age, and they were healthy other than they had drug problems, and they died because of you cannot take a pill nowadays. Everything you get that you take, it should be bought in a store or bought from a pharmacy. You can't trust anything that's handed to you anymore. You just can't. You'll die.
Anything on the street, if you're dealing with street dealers, you're dealing with street drugs, it's just dangerous.
Thank God. By
So
the way,
dangerous.
that goes to marijuana legalization.
I
It's
agree.
one of my favorite topics. One of the greatest things about marijuana legalization is you're not buying from drug dealers. You're buying from a pharmacy. You're buying from a dispensary.
That's right.
And it's safer. There was a young girl, 16-year-old girl from Portage, got killed in a drug deal in Gary.
over
Because
marijuana.
Instead of being able to go to she wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. But like we should be able to go buy marijuana.
Well, and we know there's no fentanyl involved. There's no.
That's right.
It's not laced with
It's
anything
clean.
else.
It's
It's
clean.
clean.
Mhm.
Right.
And this is the first time in the General Assembly that we heard a bill that had to do with marijuana, decriminalizing marijuana, and the Employment, Labor, and Pension Representative Heath Van Natter actually heard a bill about it. And so I feel that the members
He
across
loves
the
us.
aisle
Heath Van Natter
are
loves
finally
Lockport.
starting to realize
He's a huge fan.
that we have to do something about this.
Good.
Well, good. They're
Um,
waking up.
They're
That's
waking
good.
up. Our surrounding states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, and I could go on, Ohio, if I'm not mistaken, they currently have legal marijuana out there where they're able to sell it. And
We're
so-
going to be doing season premiere in Michigan. There'll probably be a little bit of that going on.
Nice.
Yeah,
There could
we'll show you the
possibly be
video.
a little bit. We're going to be in Michigan, whatever,
You're doing a study over there?
When I go to France, I drink wine.
That's right. I didn't know Michigan was like the.
Yeah, when you go to Michigan, you're supposed to smoke. It makes people feel better if you smoke weed in Michigan. You didn't know this?
It'd
You're
be
helping
rude
the
if you
economy.
didn't.
It is totally rude if you don't. As soon as you get there, you're supposed to drop an edible. As soon as you get there.
So
to make them feel welcome.
So one last thing, Mayor. I get this all the time in Indianapolis. You're very well known in Indy.
for better or for worse.
I get messages from my press secretary and our comms director. Hey, look, here's Mayor Tom. But you're very well liked in Indianapolis.
Thanks.
And
Even after last week.
And the question is, what's next for mayor? Is he going to run for governor? So
I'm dressed like one right now. Look at me. With my green jacket.
I was asked to ask you.
Okay.
They know I was coming to Lockpot.
Uh-huh.
Mayor Tom McDermott is going to take the next step and run for governor in 2024.
I announced it's going to be McDermottforgov.weed. That's my that's my website.
God, dude. No.
Dot weed would be dot beer would be very catchy too.
Sure.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Thank you,
Were
John.
those the
Thank
magic
you.
words?
Thank you,
That's why
John.
Lynn Kelly's
McDermott for
that's why
Gov.
you're her
Dot weed.
favorite.
I think dot beer would
love
be if it was McDermottforgov.weed, it would repel
How
some
about
voters.
.gov?
Dot beer is just like everybody just embraces it. McDermottforgov.beer. In your head, it's like a party. Like hell yeah, I want to be on that team. Who doesn't want to be on that team?
All right, we're gonna buy that
I
domain
hope
just
more
in
than
case.
I hope 50% plus one.
Love you,
Beer.
Mike
That's
Andrade.
hilarious.
I like he didn't answer the question.
Yeah, I did answer. I said,
He moved it around to a different
I
format.
love you, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks for
Dude,
coming on.
Mike, you're saving people's lives.
Thank you.
You and all those
Team
senators
effort.
that you mentioned and the reps that work together on a bipartisan basis to fix this problem that we didn't even know about until it was brought to our attention by a narcotics captain. This is a major problem, and you guys fixed it. That's awesome.
Major problem, and the key word there the mayor said last week, quick.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
General Assembly, legislators, you got to jump on this quickly. And
Yeah.
and we did. We jumped on it quickly.
And a lot because a lot of times you get criticized for going too slow or nothing's happening. Or
Correct.
you're doing this, so that this is a great example.
But a
of
lot of
how-
times people don't understand the process.
Yes.
I mean, even this process, it was a lot of phone calls. It was a lot of back and forth meetings within 72 hours to get it moving the bill quickly without getting it filled with other language and it could possibly kill the bill.
Mike,
That's
we didn't even have our next meeting. So I think our next Tuesday meeting with the police is coming up. So we found out about the problem on that Tuesday, and you guys have already got it fixed. It's literally going to the governor.
Literally it's going to the governor's
That's so
office.
crazy, man.
Thank you.
Love
Mike,
it.
Representative Mike Andrade, great having you in.
Thanks,
as
brother.
always.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
You're a great
Thanks, Mike.
representative from the state of Indiana. Good to see you, Vic. Miss you, man. You're gonna be on the boat this year again, right? That's right. I'm
I'll
getting
be
two
there.
of them. I'm getting two this year. We're gonna moor off in the middle of the lake, Lake Patoka. Mayor McDermott's
That
boat
was
party.
Awesome.
Yes.
It's gonna be even better. Sorry, Jill. I would bring you, but it's the last guys trip I have.
Thank you, Representative.
Thank you. I got to run to
I know you
Jill's
do.
busy. She's busy over here.
I know he's on the run. He's on to his
Jill wants it.
next out of 12 meetings.
See you guys. Thanks for coming by.
Good seeing you.
Wow,
Wrap it up.
Lockpod is like serving a community service. We're
It could be that. It could be said that
the
way.
bastion of truth.
The-
We're where you
Indiana's,
go.
Wait, read the back of my shirt. By the way, lockpod.com if you want to get this green shirt for St. Patty's Day. What's the back say?
Indiana's
let's
most
take a look at
dangerous podcast.
Whoops.
It's very cool, man. I like it.
Shit.
You can get that swag. Get that swag. Buy that swag. It's how much is that shirt?
Steve probably overpriced it, but I bet it's I don't know.
No,
No, I think
he
it's underpriced it.
Yeah.
What is it?
I think it's like 15.
It's only
or something.
15.
15?
Yes, I get
The
it.
crazy thing is like $14 of that goes to Steve's salary.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
$1 goes to the.
Don't think it's going to the
We're over
locomotive.
here. We're like grinder monkeys just doing shows for Steve. Like
He's got his next Cancun trip coming up.
Yeah,
Go
man.
buy
We're
those
just-
shirts.
he's like, yeah, you guys are stopping already? Like only 24 episodes? Like what the hell's going on?
I love it.
That's why you listen to Indiana's most dangerous podcast.
Before you wrap it up, I just want to go one more shout out to Hammond Central. Good luck this weekend at Semi-State. Go Wolves.
Go Wolves.
So
Praying
I want
for
one
you.
of those hats.
yeah, man.
Yeah. Thanks,
I gotta
Jill.
get mine back to Jill.
Thanks for helping us drop Stone Temple Pilots.
Still dropping.
Headlining Friday night of the Festival of the Lakes. Stone freaking Temple Pilots. That's right. And then Jay Vez, you're psyched about Stone Temple, right, bud?
I am.
That is literally like a sweet spot band for me. One of my all-time faves.
gonna be a
Wyland,
great night.
iconic, man.
Yeah, iconic. It's like an American rock band. Can't wait. And Kevin Smith, great to see you again, brother. And coming to you live from the Locomotive. We will be back on Tuesday with our second to last episode of Season 8. It's only going to get better from here. Who are we supposed to reach out to before then? Paul Goddard. I'm going to.
Paul Goddard. Yes, and I got one more person too.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, for listening to Lockpod. That's why you love us. We will see you guys later. Take care.